Well, hello everybody. My name is Zachary O'Shea, and this is Box of Teeth. I have another zombie for all of you for Dungeons & Dragons right now. While in Dungeons & Dragons, most role-playing games, and honestly most media in general, zombies are part of a faceless horde that is meant to menace and not have a whole lot of personality beyond they're really disgusting and they want to eat brains. It can be very effective to have a few of them that have their own look, personality, abilities that make them stand out from the rest of the horde around them. And I want to go over one of those examples today, which is the Cackling Corpse. This zombie's name would be right on the nose if it still had one and not a kind of round, festering red hole where a nose used to be. Sporting a soiled jester's attire of purple and yellow, this zombie moves with startling alacrity compared to the other undead around it, and the jingle of rustling bells and menacing laughter as it zeroes in on its prey. A revered children's entertainer before death claimed the region, the Cackling Corpse still has a soft spot for children, or what it considers children anyway. No matter how hungry it is, it will not attack a child, or halfling, or gnome if it thinks that it's a child because its brain is all rotted out. In fact, there are documented instances of it snatching up a youngster and running away from the rest of the zombies to keep it safe. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the Cackling Corpse's statistics for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. The Cackling Corpse is a beefy zombie. It is challenge rating 6, it is a medium undead, and it is chaotic evil. It still has a pretty low armor class, but a lot of hit points. Of course, it has damage immunity to poison damage, and it is immune to the poison condition and exhaustion as well. It also has an acrobatics skill and a fairly high dexterity. Like any other zombie, it also has undead fortitude. On to the rotten meat of what makes the Cackling Corpse different. First, it has its mad cackle. So any creature with an intelligence of 4 or greater that begins its turn within 20 feet of the zombie has to go ahead and succeed on a save, or it succumbs to the same laughter that the Cackling Corpse is producing anytime it spots a living creature. It's basically Tasha's hideous laughter. You fall down prone, you start laughing, you become incapacitated, you take psychic damage every round if you don't break out of it, and that means zombies get to start chewing on you very quickly, and it doesn't have a time limit. It lasts until you make the save or you die or the clown moves 20 feet away from you, which can be really dangerous. Speaking of movement, it does also have tumble, which is a variation of charge. Charge has to usually be in a straight line, whereas the Cackling Corpse can move in odd angles as long as it moves at least 20 feet and succeeds on an acrobatics roll. Then it gets to go ahead and smash for extra damage. The target has to make a save or fall prone. If it falls prone, then the Cackling Corpse falls on top of it and starts feasting, getting to make a bite attack. It does also have a drawback of Twinkle of Innocence. It can never attack someone or something it recognizes as a child, and often will go out of its way to protect that creature from other zombies or threats. Moving on to attacks, it does have multi-attack, so it can make 2 slams and 1 bite attack in a round. Neither of these do a whole lot of damage because, again, it is just a humanoid zombie, and that can kind of seem strange because it is a high challenge rating. But because it has the ability to kind of incapacitate everyone around them and start eating them very quickly, and they don't have a lot of defense because of that, that little damage can rack up very, very quickly and down and or kill a player character. As with all the zombies I'm going to be covering here in the back part of April, the Cackling Corpse really has its genesis, and I wanted to build a campaign that was kind of a classical horror campaign about a necropolis, and I really like Zombicide Black Plague, and I love that it has little individual zombies that are kind of mixed into the horde that have different abilities, whether they're abominations or VIPs or anything like that. I think it's a really neat idea to kind of spice up your game, and player characters are going to really remember those encounters among the shambling hordes. You can find the Cackling Corpse, more zombies, and hundreds more horror-themed monsters, all for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, that are all perfectly free at boxofteeth.blogspot.com. If you're more interested in the non-Dungeons & Dragons horror-related role-playing projects that I have, or the horror fiction that I write, that includes Grease Paint right here. It's got a killer clown, may also have zombies. I'm not going to tell you. Book 2 comes out sometime this summer, so stay tuned. If you like any of that sort of stuff, you can always go to www.zachariochet.com. As always, thank you for your time and your attention, and have a wonderful rest of the day.